Yo, what's going on YouTube? Naseef here from Click, and today I'm gonna be doing a full review, final review. Finally, me and him, we both got the OnePlus 3T, and I told him, I said, it's okay, don't worry about it, I'll work on the final review. So obviously I've got the device here, and I've been using it for like a week and a half straight, week to a week and a half straight, which is like the longest I've used the device for God knows how long. Usually I only get like 5-6 days, and then I'm like, I can't do it, I gotta switch. But I was finding it really hard to switch out of this device. So we're going to go into the usual things. We'll talk about the hardware, the build, which is the same thing, software, specs, all that stuff, screen, speakers, camera, and we'll just kind of get into it from there. So first thing I want to talk about, guys, right off the bat is the build. Now, as you guys can see here, I've got the D-brand skin on. Obviously, it's just to protect the device. It's not like the build is bad or I don't like the way it's built. I actually really love the way this phone is built, and I just want to protect the back of the phone from scratches and stuff. So I threw the skin on. I think it looks kind of cool with the OnePlus logo and whatnot. So it is what it is. But the build, guys, is fantastic. We got the curved edges on the display here. It's not like the display itself isn't curved. It's just the glass itself. It kind of just ever so slightly melts off into the metal here, and it just feels really good in the hand to hold. It's a 5.5-inch display, so it's a relatively big phone. I don't know if I have another phone to compare to here. Let's see what I have on deck here. I've got the Vivo Air LTE and the OnePlus 3T. It's like it's got way bigger screen, but it's not that much taller, and it's not. I mean, it's a little bit wider, but it's not that much taller, so it's not that uncomfortable to hold in the hand. It's actually the most comfortable 5.5-inch display I've ever held because of I just find the way that the curve kind of just matches to the hand. I know I probably sound like a fanboy right now, but the way the curve matches the hand and the sides kind of just, they fit right in their fingertips. It's awesome. So that's just like hands down the best build on like an Android phone for a while, especially in this price bracket. Now you guys got to keep in mind, OnePlus has always been, I wouldn't say they've been budget minded, but they've been mid-range price minded, but flagship specs. So they charged over here in Canada, this is about a $600 phone. This spec anyway, it's a 6 gig, 128 gig RAM of storage, or 128 gig RAM, 6 gig of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. About $600, give or take. Now, don't remember exactly what the cost was, but for about $600, you're getting fantastic build. You get the specs I'll talk about right now, which is Snapdragon 821, I believe. You get 6 gigs of RAM, which is ridiculous. Again, 128 gigs of storage. You get a 13 megapixel camera, I believe on the front and the back, or 16 on the front. I'm not sure of the camera specs. Again, I don't take selfies, so I don't really care. Fingerprint scanner, and awesome screen, awesome software support, which is huge for me. So that's awesome, and all of that for $600. That's freaking fantastic. OnePlus is really putting it hard to like iPhone, Apple, Samsung, LG, HTC. Like these guys charge an arm and a leg for their phones up here, and you get OnePlus, which is like a couple $100. Well, not a couple hundred. You get a few $100s, and you get like crazy specs and whatnot. So it is what it is. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the fingerprint scanner, and we'll get into software from there. The fingerprint scanner is pretty much 100% accurate all the time. Like if I have the display off, you just kind of touch your finger. It's accurate always. I've never had a time where it says wrong fingerprint. I've only had it where, see here, it says finger move too fast. That's the only time I've had it say no, it's not going to unlock. Otherwise, guys, it's never been wrong, and it's been the most accurate fingerprint sensor I've had on any device, and I've had tons of devices with fingerprint scanners. So the fact that it's so just quick, it's just awesome. Like it saves so much time, like when you're trying to like make a call or reply to a text and you're fumbling with your phone and trying to unlock it. I know with my iPhone, that fingerprint scanner is so unreliable. Like you keep trying and then you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna use the password. So you use the password anyway, and then you spend 30 seconds just trying to unlock your phone, which is a piss off for me. But it is what it is. The OnePlus 3T's fingerprint scanner is nuts. I'm not sure if it's the same as the 3, but again, it is what it is. That fingerprint scanner is, I would say, hands down one of the best on the market. It's better than any Samsung or iPhone fingerprint scanner, and I would say it's faster than the iPhone 7 Plus fingerprint scanner. So it is what it is. Next thing I want to talk about is the software, guys. So as you guys can see, like it just blazes through everything, no problem at all. Like there's no lag, there's no stutter. Going between apps is like freaking ridiculously fast, and like I just don't know how to explain how quick and how just snappy this phone is. It's ridiculous, and I know I sound like a super fanboy right now, but I mean, it's just ridiculous how quick this phone is. Now, I thought iPhones and Samsungs were quick, and the LE TV that we're recording on right now, I thought that was quick. But then I got this phone, and I'm like, oh my god, this makes the other phones feel slow. And to make a Samsung and those guys like Samsung, iPhone, LG, HTC, I've used them all, and to make those phones feel slow is ridiculous. This is probably on par or faster than the Pixel XL that Im has on his end. And that's ridiculous to say because the Pixel is twice the cost and you're getting like just the speed is ridiculous. That's really all I can say about it. I also missed one thing with the hardware here is the alert slider. I love this slider. It's awesome. Right now it's on silent, but like if I'm at work and it's on, if I forget to switch it off at work and I'm with clients and whatnot and I forget to switch it off and it buzzes, all I need to do is just quickly slide the slider up all the way and it turns it into like do not disturb mode or silent mode, as you guys can see there. If you go midway, I believe this, so midway is do not disturb. I don't think it gets any notifications at all. And then if you go all the way up, it's like vibrate or silent depending on your settings. But it's just awesome, man. I love that they semi-stole that feature from the iPhone and brought it to the OnePlus, but it is what it is. It's a great feature, and I'm glad that they did it. So what can you do? The next thing I really, really enjoy about this phone is the display. And again, you guys have seen as I've been playing around. Honestly, between this and the Note 5, and this is 1080p AMOLED, the Note 5 is a 2K AMOLED. There's really not much of a difference. I mean, the sharpness a little bit, yeah, like the fine text and small text, you can see a little bit of sharpness difference on the Note 5. But I mean, just going between apps and the colors on the display, everything seems to be very bright and vivid, and I guess that's what an AMOLED does. But it's just really, really quick, and I have no issues at all with this display. It's probably the best 1080p display I've seen in the device. Especially because it's AMOLED as well, and you guys know how I feel about the AMOLED devices. I love the color saturation, I love how bright things get, and I don't know if the weather app will load here. Like, this, you guys can see the blue, the yellow sun there, the white. It's super bright, the colors are awesome, and the blacks and whatnot on wallpapers. Like, you have the option on the OnePlus to change your theme to go all black, and it looks awesome, and if it saves battery, whatever, but it's not for battery, it's more for looks. And you guys can see the display is pretty much turned off here, and it just looks awesome. What else? I mean, the cameras, I can't really say much for the cameras. I haven't used them like extensively, but I do have a couple pictures of our mascot. As you guys can see, we have the Click mascot over there, and I mean, it's not the best pictures in the world, and it's not the best videos in the world, but keep in mind this was just me screwing around with him, and we were playing. I was just teasing him with some dried fruit because he loves it, but it's not the best lighting. We're inside, it's nighttime, there's no like natural lighting, it's all just the lamps, and it's pretty decent. Oh, I just closed out of the gallery. And this is on the front camera. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure this is 1080p. This is just him chilling in my hand, and he probably notices the camera there. He's a little bit camera shy, guys, so I'll have to teach him how to oh no, now he's trying to bite my dick. But yeah, guys, I mean, for the cameras, I can't really say much. Again, you guys know that I don't really take photos and stuff with my cameras out there. It's more of just, if I see a nice car or if I'm taking a picture of a phone, I'll take a pic and post it on Instagram. So, and again, the thing is, when I post pictures, generally I'll tag which phone I posted it with, or what phone I took it with. So if I took it on the OnePlus on Instagram, if you guys want to follow us there, then I'll just make sure to put in the tagline, taken on the OnePlus 3T, so you guys know kind of what kind of quality you're getting with the camera. The speaker, I mean, I'm not going to do a speaker test. It's nothing to be like disappointed with, but it's not dual speakers, and it's not like iPhone 7 Plus or HTC Boom Sound or whatever. The speaker's great. I'd say it's on par with like the Note 5, the S7 speaker. Like, it's loud, not much bass response, but there's a little bit of there's a tiny bit of bass that you can hear, and it's not tinny, but the highs are a little bit piercing, like very slightly, but it is what it is. And the headphone jack on here is awesome, by the way. I just wanted to mention that. Plugging it into the Altec speakers I have here, it sounds awesome. The bass is great, and they have the audio tuner here. I'll show you guys quickly in the settings. If you go all the way down here, if the headphones are plugged in, you can switch around the EQ and stuff. You guys can see I kind of customize my EQ. I like a little bit more lows and highs, and tone down the mids a little bit. But it is what it is. The sound is good out of the headphone jack. It's good out of the speakers. I don't think I missed anything. I'll give you guys my kind of my thoughts in general about the software, because there's so many tweaks and settings and stuff to go through on this phone. And I'm not going to show you guys on camera. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably know about it already. But I just want to give you guys my thoughts on it. So the fact that you can switch between on-screen and off-screen navigation buttons is fantastic. That's one of my favorite features about the phone. Like, especially if I'm going from my Note, which has, you're forced to use the side, like the bottom buttons are down at the bottom. Then I'm going to the, if I go to like a stock Android phone, I have to get used again to the on-screen buttons. But with this one, I can just turn them off and put them down into the, the hardware buttons, and it's just like natural, like the multitask button on the left, back button on the right, home button in the middle. And it's just great. And if I ever want to switch it up, or if I'm feeling bored with it, you just turn the on-screen navigations on, and you're pretty much like using a Pixel or whatever, or a stock Android phone. So it's pretty cool with that. In terms of like tweaks and themes and stuff, you can either go black with like a slight accent color, or you can go white with a slight accent color. And just guys, if you go into the settings again, I'm not going to talk about it all because this video is already 11 minutes long. It's way too long. But if you guys go into the settings on this phone, the tweaks and stuff are endless. There's display tweaks, sound tweaks, notification tweaks. There's customization for the slider. There's customization for the buttons if you hold them down for this long, or if you double tap it, or if you do this, or if you do that. It's ridiculous how many things there are on this phone. And the thing is, I love it because it all comes for $600. And on top of that, it kind of satisfies the need to root and customize your phone. So if you're that type of guy who you want to root your phone, you have a Samsung or a Nexus or whatever, and you want to root it and install custom ROM. With this phone, you don't really have to, because it's already like there, baked into the software, and I think that's pretty awesome in that. I think I covered everything, guys. I mean, overall, my general opinion is this is my favorite Android phone that I've ever had, hands down. Like, not even price included. Even if this cost $700-800, this would still be my favorite Android phone. I'm not sure why. I couldn't tell you why, because the experience is pretty much stock Google with tweaks. And the hardware is nothing like, it's not like a crazy design like S7 Edge where you have curved display and all that stuff. It's just a very basic, understated design, and maybe that's why I really like it. But I mean, I'm trying not to make this video go on too long, but I can say for sure that this is my favorite Android device ever. And I'm excited to see what OnePlus does with the OnePlus 4T or the OnePlus 4 or whatever they're going to call it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Do I recommend this device? Hell yeah. If you have $300 just to spend, I would say save another $300 and buy OnePlus. If you only have, a couple $100, then whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But if you have the opportunity to save a little bit and delay buying a phone, get the OnePlus, because trust me, if you go for like a blue phone or a cheap LG, one of the budget LG phones or something like that, you're gonna regret it, because those phones suck. I'll tell you straight up. Any budget, like super budget minded phone where they call, oh yeah, it's only $100, there's a reason why it costs $100. You're not gonna be getting super flagship specs. But I mean, it is what it is. I know the argument's going to be made that some people don't want to have flagship specs and just using it for basic use. But for people like me, and for people who watch this channel, we're tech heads, and we want the best specs for the lowest price. And that's kind of what you want with everything. You want the best bang for your buck. And I gotta tell you guys, this phone right here is the best bang for your buck device on the market right now. So that's what I'm gonna leave it at. I'm pretty sure Im agrees with me as well. And if you guys want his opinions on the phone as well, I can definitely get him to make a video, no problem. But I pretty much think I covered all the important parts of the device. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any concerns about the phone, any suggestions for videos and stuff like that, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I sincerely apologize for taking so long, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you guys again for watching. This has been the C from Click, and I'm out. Peace.